Right now at 10, a beloved La Crosse restaurant closes, but their legacy continues.
And a pre-hunt thank you. Fort McCoy officials go over safety checks and final questions before gun deer season launches tomorrow.
Plus, the Israel-Hamas war continues to battle the land, and it's hitting closer to home. Find out why some teachers and parents worry that coverage of the war may be putting kids in danger.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. A La Crosse grocery store is bringing back bread from a beloved local restaurant. Customers at People's Food Co-op can now add Fazy's bread to their grocery list.
News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall joins us live in studio with the latest. Jeremy?
The bread's not dead. People's Food Co-op is leasing the bakery space in the restaurant that closed its doors a little over a month ago. Sunny Jeffers grew up eating at Fazy's. She has fond memories of the baked items, including the bread.
My dad took me here before he passed away. That was like the main thing we went there for. I mean, obviously they had a good plethora of options for food, but I like sweets, so.
When Fazy's closed in October, an opportunity came knocking. Today, People's Food Co-op bought its bakery.
We had plans to make some upgrades to our bakery, and when this happened, we felt it was a great opportunity for us to continue to provide this bread that has been in this community for so many years, and it just was perfect timing for that to happen.
The restaurant closed due to workforce challenges and increasing food prices. Now, People's Food Co-op owns all of Fazy's bakery recipes and equipment. Joseph Michael Frick used to be a baker at Fazy's. He's happy the loaves are rising again.
I'm glad that they're utilizing the equipment instead of letting it go to waste.
People's Food Co-op brought back 3 of its bakers to make the bread. Although Michael Frick isn't one of them, he says he would definitely return.
Absolutely, I would go back. It was the only reason that I wasn't there anymore was because I was the COVID cases, you know. It was back in those days, and and that was a bummer.
We feel very, very lucky and thrilled that we are able to continue to bring this bread back to this community.
Guys, the bread right here, you see it, is available at People's Food Co-op in both La Crosse and Rochester. So you'll be able to get the signature buns like this one right here just in time for Thanksgiving. Ken and Emily?
All right, delicious Talami right there. I had it for the first time.
Yeah.
It was good.
Jeremy, thanks very much. Well, Fort McCoy officials are thanking hunters right before gun deer season kicks off tomorrow. Area hunters who are set to maintain the installation's deer herd met with officials to go over any final questions before tomorrow. The DNR says hunter license sales lately have dropped around 2% a year. That makes installation officials extra grateful for all the hunters who come back to them each season. One official says the hunt ensures the rest of the herd population has enough food to make it through winter, but mild temperatures will make things a little harder.
As the weather warms up, deer tend to stay bedded down a little bit more, so hunters aren't readily seeing them. We're not seeing snow cover, which really allows hunters to see those deer moving through the woods a lot easier.
Gun deer season in Wisconsin runs through November 26th. And we do have those mild temperatures for this region. Could be a mild weekend in store for the launch of gun deer season. Let's get the latest from Greg.
It definitely will be a mild weekend, so that's a good news. But fortunately, you want to enjoy it now because it's going to change for Thanksgiving weekend and really going to get cold. But for now, it's actually not too bad outside. You look at the temperatures. Overall, we're still kind of where we should be, the upper 20s to low 30s. So really even 40 in Minneapolis. So not too bad for the middle of November. As you look wider, actually still warmer to the west too. We got a little bit of a warm front that's going to start pushing through, but overall not too bad when you're seeing 30s in North Dakota for the middle of November too. Observed highs, we were just near about average, maybe a degree or 2 above for most areas. Still 50s down to the south. Overall big picture, there's your high pressure, but up to the north that is that warm front that's going to beginning to push a little bit more mild air. Nothing like we saw the last couple days when we hit almost 70, but certainly it's going to be above average. So as you wake up, still kind of chilly, but the winds will be light. Notice those temperatures climbing all the way up to almost 50 by noon for Eau Claire. Same story for La Crosse too, around 32, but light winds, plenty of sunshine, clear skies as we get up to about 51 degrees too. And I know it's kind of a controversial subject, but if you want to do it in warm conditions, probably the weekend to do it, because I'll tell you what it's going to feel like after Thanksgiving, which won't be that fun, a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, thanks very much. Well, the Sparta pastor accused of sexual assault made his first appearance in court today.
46-year-old Travis Becknell is charged with felony sexual exploitation by a therapist and a misdemeanor charge of 4th-degree sexual assault. Becknell appeared in a Monroe County courtroom by Zoom. His signature bond is set for $25,000.
While out on bond, Becknell is not allowed to have contact with the alleged victim, referred to as LNK. He also cannot commit acts or threats of violence or work in any role involving counseling, therapy, or psychotherapy. A Sparta man you see there is in custody facing child sexual assault charges. 20-year-old Damian Hernandez Swenson faces 13 felony counts of child sex crimes. That includes 4 counts of first-degree child sexual assault of children under 13. Sparta police arrested him this week after multiple investigations dating back to 2016. Police say Hernandez Swenson still has daily contact with one of the victims. The Monroe County Department of Human Services is not removing that person from the situation. The judge has set a $250,000 cash bond, GPS monitoring, and no contact with anyone under 18. His next court date, December 27th. The war continues to hit home in Minnesota, including a controversy surrounding a statement posted this week by the Minneapolis Public Schools Teachers Union.
As Jonah Kaplan reports, Jewish families and teachers are expressing both outrage and worry about the war sweeping into the classroom.
1 week before families and communities come together for Thanksgiving, the Minneapolis Federation of Teachers chose to wade into an emotional and divisive subject.
What's the difference between taking a stand in this and taking a stand after the murder of George Floyd, after overturning Roe v. Wade?
Whether they believe in it or not is completely separate from answering the question, is what I'm doing putting my students at risk?
The union posting this statement, saying it mourns the loss of all civilian life from the Israel-Hamas war, but condemns what it calls the system of Israeli occupation and apartheid, while also endorsing a boycott of the Jewish state.
You both feel very vulnerable right now.
Ellie Fine-Sternberg and Jeremy Cohen are both parents of MPS students. Their families joined more than a dozen others on Friday, handing this letter to every teacher and administrator at their children's elementary school. The letter urges them to denounce MFT's statement they say ignores the Hamas attack on October 7th, fails to mention the 240 hostages still in Gaza, and engages in rhetoric they think could lead to bullying, harassment, and discrimination in the classroom.
And I don't see them commenting on genocides that are happening in Yemen or Libya or Sudan or other places throughout the world. So I was confused why they felt compelled to engage in this affair.
If they connect the dots that Israel is a Jewish state, and then they know that my daughter is Jewish, it's easy to connect the dots why an 8-year-old child would go blame my daughter for things that their teacher told them or things they've heard in the news.
Some Jewish teachers in MPS and members of the union also sharing similar worries with us, but they refuse to speak on the record, with many saying they're nervous of retaliation. MFT, as well as its parent union, Education Minnesota, were either unable or unwilling to respond to our questions. Right. Both Fine-Sternberg and Cohen saying their families not ready to pull out of MPS yet. They'd rather use this as a learning opportunity for teachers, and that's a great lesson for students, too.
As parents of Jewish children in these schools, we want to help educate them. We want them to understand why this matters.
In Minneapolis, Jonah Kaplan, WCCO News.
Now, the union is a separate entity from Minneapolis Public Schools and has not responded to the family's concerns.
Well, a tragedy at a New Hampshire hospital.
What we are learning after one person was shot and killed inside the psychiatric ward.
And it's a big weekend in Las Vegas. Excitement there running high.
The Formula One race is taking to the streets, and it's already looking to be a fun event. A look back on day one.
Want to see a magic trick? Taco John's is turning your dollar into mouth-watering favorites with the new BOGO for a Buck menu. Get a signature Taco John's item, then add another for just $1. Abracadabra, yeah! The new BOGO for a Buck menu, only at Taco John's.
The best Thanksgiving meal deal is at Hy-Vee. Get all the makings for your Thanksgiving family dinner for only $30. Get a 10 to 13 pound turkey, green beans and cream of mushroom soup, 5 pounds of potatoes, stuffing mix, cranberry sauce, turkey gravy, and brown and serve rolls. All for only $30 for a family of 4. That's right, get all this for only $30. The best Thanksgiving meal deal is only at Hy-Vee.
This holiday season, Blaine's Farm and Fleet is where wishes come true for everyone, especially during our pre-Black Friday sale. Start saving early with Black Friday-like deals throughout the store. Like half off this digital air fryer oven. Save $50 on this Milwaukee 2-tool combo kit and buy 3 Cooper tires, get 1 free with up to $100 in consumer rebates on select sets of 4. Plus, rewards members are invited to save an extra 10% in store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's private shopping night. This Sunday only, starting at 6 p.m.
There was a shooting at a New Hampshire state hospital this afternoon with multiple victims, according to state police. Authorities say the suspect is dead and the situation is now contained. The 185-bed facility is an acute psychiatric hospital. It has its own uniformed security force and requires visitors to go through metal detectors.
Upon entering the lobby, the suspect shot one individual. A state trooper assigned to the hospital and in close proximity immediately engaged, shot and killed the suspect. The entire incident was contained within the lobby of the hospital.
The victim was transported to Concord Hospital, where they later passed away. Police say they are working to identify the shooter and they are investigating a suspicious vehicle on the property.
The eyes of the racing world are upon Las Vegas this weekend. This as Formula One is back in Sin City for the first time since 1982. But just minutes into the first practice run, there was trouble. CBS's Elizabeth Campbell is at the racetrack with details.
The Las Vegas Grand Prix is back on track after a bumpy start. Just 8 minutes into the first practice session late last night, a loose drain cover wreaked havoc by ripping a hole through one of the Ferrari cars. The damage caused the first practice session to be canceled and the second one to be delayed by more than 2.5 hours. It was the latest start of a practice session in Formula One history, but it was history witnessed by only a few, as all the spectators were cleared out around 1:30 in the morning because of logistical concerns. A common theme of frustration for this Grand Prix as locals continue to complain about all the road closures and traffic jams the race has caused. Small businesses continue to suffer from the lack of foot traffic along the strip. One owner told me that he had to lay off some of their staff last month. But Formula One maintains their optimism that the city will embrace the Grand Prix, with the CEO telling reporters they want to be here in Sin City for decades to come. Their efforts to win over those frustrated will continue tonight with the third and final practice session, plus the qualifying race. Both race organizers and fans are hoping for a smooth session and fast speeds. Elizabeth Campbell, CBS News, Las Vegas.
So the actual race is at 12 a.m. Central on Sunday.
It's an early one.
Yeah. Nearly 250,000 cars recalled from major brands Honda and Acura.
More about the potentially deadly engine issues in just a few minutes.
Yeah, and we got mild conditions this weekend, but things are definitely going to take a turn to the worst for Turkey Day, which looks to be cold. I'll give you a breakdown of how cold it will be and whether we'll see any rain or snow next week. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Who's always behind the scenes helping make safe, regulated childcare possible in Wisconsin? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
It's time to light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Get our best offers and choose from a huge selection of Ford F-150 trucks with the capability, convenience, and technology to help bring us together. Wow. Discover how Ford F-150 can make the holidays bright. Now get a 2023 Ford F-150 XLT with 3.9% financing for 60 months, plus up to $3,500 in total savings, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
The McRib is back for a good time, but true to form, it's not here for a long time. The McRib returns.
Don't wait to get your McRib today and pair it with our world-famous fries and a Dr. Pepper.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever.
How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward. Ingenious.
Sardine fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO.
Is that dishwasher running?
Yeah.
Criterion, ready when you are. Get this Criterion stainless steel appliance suite for under $2,400 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups, or current Chevy owners can use Red Tag bonus cash to get $3,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Energy-efficient windows with beautiful new wood trim installed by skilled carpenters. Contact the Ford Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate. High quality at lower prices.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
OpenAI, the parent company of ChatGPT, has fired CEO and founder Sam Altman. The company released a statement saying an internal investigation found Altman was not always truthful with the board. Chief Technology Officer Mira Murati will serve as the stand-in CEO until a permanent successor is chosen. News of Altman's firing comes just after he served as the Master of Ceremonies at OpenAI's first developer conference, which was held in San Francisco last week. There he revealed about 2 million developers now use ChatGPT, as well as about 90% of Fortune 500 companies are reportedly using the tools internally.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is alerting pet owners to an expanded recall of pet foods due to potential salmonella contamination. TFP Nutrition is expanding their October 20th voluntary recall to include all dry dog, dry cat, and catfish formulas manufactured in their Texas facility. The products are sold under multiple brand names, so check for a code on the package that reads TFP followed by the manufacture date that's in question. There's a contamination risk to humans as well, especially if pet owners don't thoroughly wash their hands after touching the product. Dogs with salmonella infections may be lethargic and have decreased appetite, fever, diarrhea, and vomiting. Human symptoms can be similar, including fever and vomiting.
Honda has recalled nearly 250,000 vehicles for an engine issue that could be deadly to drivers. Federal traffic safety officials say the issue involves a rod bearing that could wear and seize. That could lead the engine to stall or run improperly, which could lead to a fire or crash. Impacted vehicles include models made by both Acura and Honda, like the Acura TLX and MDX, and Honda Pilot, Ridgeline, and Odyssey. Notification letters are expected to go out to impacted owners in January. Dealers will inspect and fix the problem at no cost.
Well, now time for a little weekend planning. It's going to be nice out the next couple of days. Let's get the latest from Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart.
Yeah, definitely going to be mild out there for the weekend. So we're going to kind of skip ahead to when everyone's starting to travel next week to see if you got any impacts across the U.S. And really by Wednesday, a lot of travel issues going on. A lot of this yellow is just because we're going to have some breezy conditions and more the northeast, but overall the west is looking pretty good, so not too bad. Even Thanksgiving travel-wise looks good too for most of the country besides the northeast with some impacts there. The thing we're going to watch out, and we'll kind of show this a little bit later, is a system that's going to develop in the southern plains that could pose some problems, especially maybe some snow as we get closer to southern areas. So something to keep in mind if you're traveling down there for Friday. Keep in tune on what goes on that will change, but it could cause some issues. But for tonight, really it's going to be clear skies, good conditions, pretty typical temperatures, upper 20s to low 30s, even some lower 20s in the coldest locations, but that's pretty much usual for this time of year. Overall, you look at the temperatures for this weekend, mild, mid-50s. We'll have more cloud cover as we go through Sunday and some more wind, but otherwise, you're looking at very mild conditions. Once again, probably enjoy the outside because it'll be drastically different a week from now. Big picture shows everything up to the west. There's that system that we're watching for Monday and Tuesday, but it's going to take some time as you see it spinning to the south on Sunday. Eventually Sunday into Monday, we're going to start seeing more cloud cover and increase in the winds, but we're not going to see any probably precipitation even for the Monday morning commute. That's going to hold off probably until late in the evening. And here's the system. Once again, there's two pieces, one south, here's the cold front to the north. They're not going to be timing together because this is going to pass to the east and this was going to dive south by Monday night, Tuesday night. This looks to provide maybe an opportunity for some showers, maybe some snow turning as it comes through. It's not that impressive as everything kind of pushes to the south. But one thing you will note behind this is the winds are going to pick up and the colder air is going to start pushing into the area. And that's what you're going to see for Wednesday. No travel impacts, just cold. And that system I mentioned in the southern plains, here it's coming up to the north right there. Right now it looks to stay south for us going into Friday night into Saturday. We'll keep an eye and see if it does start to stretch some snow further northward. But right now it looks to stay south. So if you got travel plans, something to keep in mind if you're heading south that time of the year. Overall, snow amounts really a push further to the north, so we're not seeing much in the way of accumulation potential for snow. That's the good news. The other story is the temperatures. They are going to dive south. All this cold air is going to push, at least a piece of it's going to push into the area and keep a lot of the country on the chilly side and eventually all the way through next weekend. So that's going to be the main story. But for tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures mid-50s across La Crosse, too. As we go further south, you might even see some upper 50s. Once again, plenty of sunshine, light winds, too. Going further north, you're still looking at 55 in Arcadia. And then even further to the north, we're looking at temperatures still in the 50s all the way up to Ladysmith. So definitely a nice start to the weekend. And that doesn't change on Sunday, pretty similar conditions, but then we start falling back Monday and Tuesday, and then we really start crashing to the 30s by the time we get to Turkey Day, and it's going to be chilly conditions pretty much through the holiday weekend too.
All right, Craig, thanks very much. Coming up next in sports, the Blue Golds are back home to celebrate. Plus, Onalaska girls basketball tipping off their regular season tonight at home, hosting Chippewa Falls. Rob is up next.
Earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's right, a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
No pay until tax day at Doll Auto. Buy a new or used vehicle in stock and make no payments until April. Trade in your current vehicle and get $500 over book value. This offer ends November 30th, so hurry to Doll Auto.
Right now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, you can save up to $400 on stressless recliners when you donate just $50 to charity. You'll save $400 on the popular Mayfair style recliner, $200 off other stressless recliners or office chairs, and up to $600 on stressless sofas. All this when you make a $50 donation to charity. Don't wait. It's time for stressless. Donate and save at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
The gift of relaxation and pampering is the perfect gift to give this holiday season. It is the Sue Colby's experience, the gift your special someone is really hoping for, and the gift she really deserves. Order your gift cards online today at SueColby's.com or pick them up at Sue Colby's Salon and Day Spa, because she deserves the very best.
No pay until tax day at Doll Auto. Buy a new or used vehicle in stock and make no payments until April. We have over 800 vehicles, our best selection all year. This offer ends November 30th, so hurry to Doll Auto.
Hy-Vee hot deals are hotter than hot. 6-pack Pepsi products, $2.99 each when you buy 4. Lay's Kettle Cooked, Rolled Gold, or Munchies, $1.99 each when you buy 3. And fresh ground beef, $2.99 for a 1-pound roll. Only at Hy-Vee.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The high school fall sports season officially came to an end today, but we did have one of our area teams go out on top as the Blue Golds brought home their 3rd straight gold ball. This was the scene last night after the Blue Golds took down Wrightstown in the state final, but the celebration continued today as family, friends, and alumni packed the Aquinas High School gym to recognize the team one last time. Head coach Tom Lee took to the stand to thank everybody from the band, dance team, teachers, and parents. He said that this year's squad was the hardest working group of guys he had ever been around. He credited the seniors as they finished their high school careers with a perfect 17-0 postseason record.
It hasn't really sunk in like completely yet, but I don't know, just the feeling of never losing a playoff game is just crazy to think about. And it's something that, I don't think you could ever imagine coming into high school. You could never imagine that happening. Super excited to go to, college and play, but, a super great group of guys here. It's been amazing.
Blue Goals become the 13th team in WIAA history to capture 3 straight state football titles. Coach Lee and the boys remain on top of the Division V mountain. We used this word yesterday. Blue Goals becoming a dynasty over the past 3 seasons. One last big congratulations to the Aquinas football team. Let's go to the hardwood. The Onalaska girls tipping off their season. Hilltoppers hosting Chippewa Falls. Home team starts off hot. Sydney Philbach down low to Claire Pedretti. The senior goes up strong. Hilltoppers go up 5. Then it's Ella Stevens. She's going to knock down the J. Onalaska takes a 9-point lead. Cardinals trying to claw back in this one. Addie Seaholm banks one off the window. That cuts it back to 7. But the Hilltoppers heating up. Tatum Walters, top of the key 3 is absolute money. Lead goes back up to 9. Even when the shots weren't falling tonight, Hilltoppers attacking the basket with authority. Stevens can't get it to go, but Pedretti puts it up and in. Count it, +1. Onalaska in control, up 16. And the home team not done. The senior Philbach going to work. Nice finish at the cup for 2. Then later in the half, it's Philbach rolling to the basket, stays with it, puts it off the glass for 2 more for 12 on the night. And how about this? The freshman feeling it tonight. That's Finley Walters knocking down the 3. All smiles from the Hilltoppers tonight as they cruise in their season opener, 67-34. Giannis back in the lineup for the Bucks tonight. They were in Charlotte taking on the Hornets, but Damian Lillard picking up where he left off Wednesday. Count this one plus the foul. Bucks back in front. Then later in the third, Dame using a Brook Lopez screen, knocking down the 3. He had 5 of those on the night. Team high 27 for Lillard. Fourth quarter now. Giannis going baseline. He's going to throw it down. He chipped in with 16 on the night. Bucks rolling this one. They win their 3rd straight, 130-99. Let's go to Madison. Badgers back at home hosting Robert Morris. Pick it up first half. Tyler Wall drives to the hole for 2. Wisconsin only up 2, though, at the break. But the Badgers breaking it open in the second half thanks to John Blackwell, the freshman, coming up big, knocking down the 3. Then later in the half, Blackwell open again. Why not try it again? Love it. Blackwell and Wall each with a game-high 18 points on the night. Badgers get the win, 78-68. On to baseball now. Sorry, more bad news for Ken. This one's tough, though. Brewers have decided to non-tender 2-time All-Star Brandon Woodruff. Woody is expected to miss most of, if not all, of the 2024 season. Was expected to make somewhere in the ballpark of $11 million next year. The 2 parties not coming to an agreement on a contract, so now Woodruff becomes a free agent. So a tough loss.
Potentially comes back on a different deal.
That's
but
what our GM said.
It might be the end right there. Yeah. That's a bummer.
What a career, though.
Absolutely. Yeah. Rob, thanks very much.
You got it.
All right, we'll see you after this.
Become a better you with the help and support of the Y. Whether you're training for a 5K, looking to gain strength, or lose weight, we are here to help. You can be stronger and living better through the help of the Y. Stop by the Y today or visit our website to learn more.
Big, beautiful sectional for just $9.99 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long. Up to 60% off list. Only at Slumberland. But don't wait, because deals this great won't last. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
When it's time to get on the road again, trust the family of car dealerships that's been serving Western Wisconsin for 100 years.
No matter where you are, there is an Osseo Automotive location close to you. From the farm fields of the Chippewa Valley to the banks of the mighty Mississippi River.
Whether you're looking for something new to drive or need service on an existing vehicle, you can count on us.
Osseo Automotive is Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet in Osseo, Rudy's in Whitehall, and Fountain City Ford. Check us out at OsseoAuto.com.
One of the biggest mistakes you can make when shopping for a car is committing to a loan payment. Once you do that, you've lost control over the entire transaction. Control over the price of the car, what you're going to get in trade, maybe even your interest rate. So if you want someone to help you along with this transaction, give me a call or one of my great loan officers.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
College is more than the knowledge you gain. It's a place to cultivate your curiosity. It's where you explore the potential and what's next. It's where you find the tenacity to rise, rather than settle for good enough. It's a series of moments that add up to form your future self. It's where what you want is within reach, on your terms. It's where you find a career, not just a job. Western Technical College. Discover what you're made of.
And a Sealy Posturepedic mattress, both for just $6.99. It's the Black Friday mattress sale at Slumberland. Up to 60% off list. A Sealy mattress and a power base.
I hear those help reduce snoring.
Only at Slumberland.
Become a better you with the help and support of the Y. Whether you're training for a 5K, looking to gain strength, or lose weight, we are here to help. You can be stronger and living better through the help of the Y. Stop by the Y today or visit our website to learn more.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
The 2023 Christmas Spectacular starring the Radio City Rockettes kicked off its holiday run today.
This year's production features the fan favorite scene, Dance of the Frost Fairies, featuring fairy drones that fly high above the audience. The show includes the traditional living nativity scene, as well as a visit from Santa himself.
This year's Rockettes line welcomed 14 new Rockettes from 10 states. The Christmas Spectacular has been staged at Radio City Music Hall since 1933, with an estimated 70 million attendees over the decades.
I'd love to go see them sometime.
For sure. Yeah. If you plan to travel to New York to see the show, driving might not hurt your wallet as bad this year. Gas prices expected to be the cheapest since 2020.
AAA says over the past 2 months, the current national average price of regular gas is down 55 cents to $3.33 a gallon.
Just over 49 million people are expected to drive to their destinations this Thanksgiving, almost 2% more than last year. Greg's got one more check of your weekend forecast right after this.
Toyotathon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota.
We're going to need a bigger tree.
Get 3.99% APR plus $1,000 cash back on Tacoma when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
They have state-of-the-art equipment. We have state-of-the-art equipment. They have qualified technicians. We have qualified technicians. They can set your appointment in maybe a month. We can get you in tomorrow. They will charge you an arm and a leg. We charge hundreds, not thousands. Sensible MRI, where quality and affordability meet.
This year, let Ford make the holidays bright. Go over any type of terrain with Ford Bronco Sport.
Hey, Dad.
How's the weather?
All good.
And the Ford Explorer with available seating for 7. And with power on demand in the all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning, well, that's how Ford is making the holidays bright. Now, get 2.9% financing for 66 months plus $1,750 FlexBuy cash on select Ford SUVs, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Get ready to save some money because it's still going on. The King Furniture Total Renovation Sale with hundreds of recliners, motion furniture, bedroom furniture, and more. All drastically reduced. Over $2 million of quality name brand furniture at incredible prices. Like these Lazy Boy recliners starting at just $299. Queen mattresses starting at $349. Reclining sofas starting at an incredible $699. Do not miss the King Furniture Total Renovation Sale.
This holiday season, Blaine's Farm and Fleet is where wishes come true for everyone, especially during our pre-Black Friday sale. Start saving early with Black Friday-like deals throughout the store. Like 40% off these men's and women's Carhartt Special Edition hoodies. Save 25% on these men's Carhartt Wedge boots. And get 55% off a Presto Pizza Pizzazz, now $39.99. Plus, rewards members are invited to save an extra 10% in store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's private shopping night. This Sunday only, starting at 6 p.m.
Toyotathon is on. Make your holidays a little more magical with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Get $1,000 cash back on your favorite models when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, it's going to be mild tomorrow, 56, about the same for Sunday, so definitely go outside, get everything done because it's going to be totally different as we go towards the Thanksgiving weekend, holiday weekend. It's going to be cold, 30s. We might have that rain chance or snow chance Monday and a Tuesday. Otherwise, travel-wise, looks pretty good, but just notice the temperatures. Barely getting above freezing by the time we get to
Well, everyone, enjoy your beautiful weekend ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take your suggestion and put my Christmas lights on my roof.
No, don't do it yet. Not yet.
I'm feeling it. I'm in the spirit.
Have a good night.